So the other thing I want to note and to bring in is how fascia transmits force then. How does that happen? Because although we talk about, well, everything is connected, some things are more connected than others. And fascia transmits force via what's known as tensegrity. So this is one thing I have forgotten, and I'll bring it in now. It sits here and I forget it. So this concept of tensegrity was borrowed from architecture and design originally. And it's basically a combination of tension or integrity of tension and integrity, where parts don't really attach to each other. So you can see there's no contact between the wooden sticks, but they maintain integrity of shape through tension between them. It's like suspension bridge, I guess, if you think of. And so your body is very much like that. We were always taught mechanically, well, that attaches to that and pulls on that. There's levers. It doesn't really work like that in the body anymore. And it's really, again, that's another difficult thing to wrap your head around, because you always think of muscle attachments. And yes, you can still name muscles and should do, and I will do, but they're more like postcode areas on the map. So you call out the name and it's like, okay, you should feel that or work in that area. It doesn't mean that it's just isolated. Let's do a little example. So if you just stand up for a moment for me. Okay, and have your feet a little, I don't know, hip width wider than hip width, just so that you feel steady on your feet. Okay, you don't have to like position them in a certain way. And then take your right arm in front of you. Yeah. So like you've got a mirror, you want to look at, let your elbow bend slightly so your shoulder can drop. And then if you're looking in the mirror, start to rotate your body. So take your mirror to the right. Yeah, and just keep going until you can't go anymore. Keep going. And then come back. Yeah. And then swap to the other side, just in case you think it's, well, you'll think it's a fluke. So let's do the left side. So go to left, keep going until you can't go anymore. And just pause there. Yeah, pause there. And notice that your left foot is now rolling out, so it's supinating. And your right foot is rolling in, or it's pronating. Yes? Come back. Take the right arm again. Okay, so your head is connected to your feet, but let's take this to the right again. What I want you to do is I want you to not move your feet. So rotate and stop your feet from doing what they did on the left. What happened? Come back. What happened?
Can't go quite as far.
Can't go quite as far. What else? Okay, let's try again. So left arm. Roll, let your feet, so go to the left. Let your feet do what they want to do. Yeah. How does this feel in your body? How does this feel overall? Feels easy, right? Give or take. Yeah? Yeah. Come back. Do the same on the other side, right? Now stop your feet going where they want to go. You can't go as far. How does that feel? Where? Yeah, where? Where do you feel it?
Shoulder.
So I'm feeling the shoulder. Anybody else? Lower back, yes, So you break the chain of transmission of force, and I'll talk about chains, but you have a whole body responding to movement because your feet are connected to your head. You break the chain, so something doesn't move in the chain, something else has to move more. For some of you, it was your shoulder. For some of you, it was your back. For some of you, it was your knees. Yes? So the force transmission is global, but global, some things, like I said, are relatively more connected than others, but essentially everything is connected. And if I load one part excessively, you can see everything else takes over to compensate. And if there's a weak link somewhere here, such as that broken chain of force transmission, then at some point it's going to cause me pain at best, or at some point it's going to break. And this is just a by the way, if you really want to see this, it's quite sort of beautiful and horrible at the same time. When you get an old video of Tiger Woods doing a swing, like 2000, early 2000s, doing a golf swing. And I can't do a golf swing because I don't play golf. But if you find a video and you slow it down, you can do this on the computer or your phone, and you slow it down. So he does a similar kind of thing. You have to rotate your body around to do a golf swing. And you watch him do it really slowly, and you notice one of his feet doesn't move, so as it should. It doesn't actually pronate. And so what happens is, you know what happens later on? He has back surgery. And so these are things that kind of long-term, why you want to work with fascia. You want to really start to connect the dots so the force transmission is better. So then there's no pain and there is no injury. Okay, you can sit down for a moment.